Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. And I just want to clear up a little bit of confusion over our shining stars. So yesterday, I challenged friends who got 4 shining stars to keep their stars. But what I actually meant was to see if they could get 4 more stars, okay? Because you're never going to lose your stars. You can always add on to your stars. So the challenge is see if you can get all 4 again. That was my fault. I didn't explain it the right way, okay? So now that we have that settled, let's move on to our sight word challenge. So your sight word challenge is a game that you've played before, sight word smash, okay? But just in case you forgot, I will give you directions again. So you're going to take your words, you're going to put them face down on the floor, and you're going to find something soft that you can toss. Now you can play this game by yourself or with someone else. If you're playing with someone else, then the person's going to call out one of your sight words. You're going to look and then you're going to toss the object on your sight word. If you're playing by yourself, you can just call out a word and see if you can toss it over onto that word, okay? So video on pause, go play sight word smash. I will be here when you get back. Okay, glad you're back. Moving on to writing. Okay, now I've asked you to do a lot of writing this year. I've asked you to write to teach me. I've asked you to write to tell me a story. I've asked you to write to give me your opinion. I've asked you to write and tell me about your favorite things. Well, today you're going to do a different kind of writing. You're going to write a letter, okay? And a letter looks very different on paper, okay? We will talk about that in 1 second. But I'm going to tell you who you're writing the letter to. Okay, so you are writing the letter to the next BSU class, okay? Because you're going to first grade, so I'm going to have a whole new set of kindergartners next year. So you're writing to them. You're writing to tell them your favorite part of kindergarten, okay? Something that you really enjoyed learning or doing in kindergarten, okay? Now, when you write a letter has 5 parts to it, okay? It has the date that tells the reader when you wrote the letter. It has a greeting, okay? It has a body. The body is your thoughts, okay? They're your thoughts that you write in the body. It has a closing, tells the reader that you're done writing the letter, and it has a signature, that is your name, okay? I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? So here's a sample of what that looks like. See the date up top, June 2nd, 2020. That's today's date. You're writing this letter today. Now, the greeting always starts with dear, and then who you're writing to. Dear BSU, because those are the new BSU friends I'm going to have next year. Now you'll see this mark here. This is a punctuation called a comma, okay? It is a punctuation mark, but it is not an end mark, okay? So don't ever put it at the end of a sentence. You will learn more about commas when you get higher in your learning. Right now, just know that we're using a comma here. And I'm going to show you how to make one. So a comma looks a lot like a backwards C. Okay, so if you make a backwards C, you will see that that will give you your comma, okay? It's going to take you some time to practice that. That's okay, all right? It's your first time making it, so it's fine. Then this part here is where you start telling your favorite part of kindergarten. So either something that you love doing in kindergarten or something that you love learning in kindergarten. Down here is your closing. You want to close it, your friend, because we're all friends here. So you want to say your friend. See the comma again? You're going to put it there again. That's the comma, all right? And then down here, it has your name. Now you're not going to write name, you're actually going to write your name. So if your name is Jen, you're going to say your friend Jen, down here, okay? So this is tricky to set up. So if you need to rewind this video and pause it right here so you can copy the letter, that is fine because this is your first time writing it. So it's okay to do that, all right? So I want you to think before you start writing. Think about something that you really liked learning about or something that you really liked doing in kindergarten before you write. So, and when you're done writing the letter, you're going to ask a grown-up to keep that in a safe spot for you, okay? So video on pause, go think, then write. I will be here when you get back. Okay, glad you're back. I hope that that letter is in a nice safe spot because I'm going to want to see it when we get back to school, and I'm actually going to give it out to the class so they know what they're expecting in kindergarten. Okay, moving on to humanities. Okay, so today in humanities, you are going to listen to the book Pete the Cat, A Pet for Pete. Okay, and now there is a quiz at the end of this book, so it's very important that you go all the way to the end and you take the quiz. That helps me know that you're listening to the story and understanding it. So video on pause, go do that, and then come back. Okay, welcome back. Moving on to art. Okay, so your art challenge today is to draw a picture of a piece of furniture in your house. But wait, let's think about what furniture means. So a bed is a piece of furniture, a chair, a table, a desk, a couch, a chest, a nightstand. Those are your bureau, your dresser. Those are all things that are pieces of furniture in your house. A refrigerator is not a piece of furniture, okay? So once you found that piece that you want to draw, your challenge is to just look at the piece of furniture and draw. You can't look down on your paper. So if you had a pencil in your hand and say, I'm looking at that chair in my dining room, I'm not going to look down. I'm just going to draw the chair, okay? And I'm not actually drawing because that would take me a long time. I want to give you time. And then you're going to stop and look down and then see if what you drew matches what you saw, okay? So video on pause, go do that, and then come back. Okay. Glad you're back. Moving on to math. Okay, so this is what you're warming your brain with. Now remember, this is just an activity to warm your brain. The real math work comes on happy numbers. Okay, that's important. So yesterday you were looking for things in your house that were taller than you, okay? And then when you found that one thing, then you would tell someone that this refrigerator is taller than me, okay? Well, today you're looking for something that's shorter than you are, okay? That means if you are here, then whatever you're looking at is down here. You can tell it's shorter if you're looking down on it. That's how you can tell. So like me, if I know that if I stand up, I'm going to be way taller than this water bottle here. But you know what you can do as an extra challenge? Think about, if I was going to think about this, how many water bottles would I need to stack to be the same height as me? That might be a good question for you to answer at another time, right? Whatever you're measuring up against, see how many of those things you would need to match your height. Once you have your brain warm, log on to Happy Numbers and do that assignment for 20 minutes. That is your math assignment. Video on pause, go do that, and then come back. Glad you're back. Moving on to expedition. Okay, so today you're traveling back to the coral reef, one of my favorite habitats. Now, the word that you are searching for today is camouflage, okay? Now think about it. What does camouflage mean? Yes, it means to blend in, and it means to blend in into the background so you can't see the object that's trying to camouflage. Let me give you an example, okay? So I have this marker. See this tip here of this marker, this part here? I'm going to stick it in here, and this notebook is red. Okay, so is this tip of the marker. If I push this all the way back, it's going to be really hard for you to see this piece of the marker because it's blended in. It's camouflaged, right? So what you're going to do is think about a fish and why it has to camouflage in the coral reef, okay? Now you can do two things. You can either tell a family member or you can draw the fish camouflaging in the coral reef. Video on pause, make that decision, and then come back. Okay, glad you're back. Moving on to PE. Okay. Today in PE, you're going to challenge someone in your family to do some star jumps. Now, we know star jumps are hard. I've seen you do them in the gym sometimes. And I think I can probably only do about 6, and that's it. So go see if you can challenge someone in your family to a star jump competition. Video on pause, go do that, and then come back. Okay, glad you're back. We are at closing circle. And another day of really great learning. Cannot wait to talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.